Well, it's Tuesday. That's right. The worst day of the week, but we'll get through it. May 19th, 2026. I am Peaches. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. This entire morning, I have been trying to, just in case you were unaware, I am the brand ambassador for 3 channels here in the building. Obviously, K-Bear 101, then there's Alt 101, and then there's Cannonball 101. And I know a lot of people don't necessarily know about Cannonball. It's the greatest hits of all time. You know, you got some of the earliest music possible as Cannonball blowback, stuff that doesn't get played on the radio anymore, all the way to the 90s in that library. And every so often during the day, you'll hear Today in Music History, which is where then I go on the air and say, on this day, this happened, and also this happened, and this happened. And I used to slack on that, like I would finish it the day before, and I would always get somebody to come to the K-Bear studio to knock on the door or just open it up as I'm trying to do to Peach Their Own during this afternoon show and tell me, hey, Today in Music History is not set for tomorrow, and then I gotta do it during my busiest segment. So I figured a few days back, I started working on this. Now I'm way ahead of the game. I have Today in Music History all the way to the end of October, early November, and I'm really trying to get it all the way through the end of the year so I never have to hear about it again. That's right, just starting off the show talking about behind-the-scenes stuff here in radio. Make sure to check out Cannonball 101 if you're into the classics. I highly recommend it. I'm always making sure people know about the apps as well. Download the K-Bear app, the Alt app, the Cannonball 101 app, because you never know when we'll launch another contest. Well, I did mention during the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem that we're about to launch 2 new contests this Friday at 10 a.m. One of them involves a pretty cool thing for the summer. The other one involves concert tickets and a meet and greet. So stay tuned for that. Friday at 10 a.m. we'll announce both of them. All right, it's Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. I just realized that I started the show with Beartooth's newest track, Pure Ecstasy, as my pick of the day to kick off the 2 p.m. hour, and didn't talk about the tour that got announced that's making its way to Salt Lake City. If you were unaware, Beartooth announced a tour, the Pure Ecstasy World Tour, coming to the Union in Salt Lake all the way in December 13th. It's a Sunday, but I feel like it's worth it because you'll get to see Beartooth, Don Broco, Magnolia Park, and Wind Waker. Imagine that fantastic lineup. That show is on our concert calendar. Everclear announced a tour, also on our concert calendar. Who else announced a tour recently? Oh yeah, Arch Enemy and the Black Dahlia Murder doing a co-headlining tour coming to Salt Lake City as well. That got added to the concert calendar. I was reading the news that Static X had to cancel all their tour dates because of serious health issues. Didn't sound good at all, but Static X, when they were in Pocatello, they were awesome. I thought they stole the show, even better than Mudvayne. I was like, wow, these guys are fun. It was kind of unique to see the robotic Wayne Static on stage, and I also think Venda did a great job. Mudvayne did an amazing job. I just thought Static X was just like, whoa, that was fun. They're a fun, unique band to see live. Maddie from down the hall got some amazing pictures of all 3 bands. They're on our socials somewhere if you dig back far enough at K-Bear 101 FM. Make sure to check out that concert calendar. It's always available to you. There's a shortcut to it via the apps. If you open up the menu, click on concert calendar, takes you right to it. All right, this will make a great to Peach Their Own question. Why not ask it now? Think about your answer for the 4 p.m. hour. What's something that became socially acceptable that you still quietly judge people for? The first one I absolutely love because it just keeps me entertained. It's like real reality TV. Overposting every little detail of your life on social media. I know this particular girl from high school, and me and my friends will wait excitingly. You will be so happy we're so happy when she posts something. Because it's just so out of the ordinary and it's so out of pocket. It's her calling out people. It's her talking about how, like, her kid's father is not in the picture anymore and he stopped paying for child support payments. Like, she's posting this for everybody in her circle to see, everybody on her friends list, the entire internet to see this stuff. Gender reveals, also on this list here for something that became socially acceptable that you still quietly judge people for. It's my absolute favorite to see those compilations on Instagram of gender reveal parties just failing. You'll see like somebody cut the balloon a little too early or pop the balloon a little too early and the blue or pink confetti comes out. And then you see everyone just get disappointed, like, oh, they just ruined the whole element of surprise. We're going to do it together kind of thing. Playing obnoxiously loud music. Have you ever noticed how any single person who plays loud music in any public setting, it's always the worst type of music? It's always like reggae or country, you know? What's something that became socially acceptable that you still quietly judge people for? Taking your dog everywhere. Oh, I understand that your dog is considered a family member, but when you go over the top, like there's this whole Instagram account, I think it's called A Girl and Her Doodle, and her dog's name is Oliver, and she posts all these pictures about Oliver, or all these videos with like skits with her dog Oliver, and it's like, what is her account going to be when that dog dies? Is she going to do nonstop tribute posts to that dog that was supplying her income for the longest time? Like, oh, I miss you, my little money maker. What else is on this list? I want to talk about it some more. Taking your phone out to film anything and everything. Food at your table. Okay, now wait a minute. I take a picture of my food. If the food looks good, sure, why not? Take out your phone at a concert? Well, I record little snippets on social media. Take out your phone during an argument, huh? I've never done that. Maybe that's a good tactic. In the middle of an argument with somebody, you just pull out your phone and start recording them. Start interrupting them during every sentence. Make them lose their mind. People do act different when you pull the phone out. Oh, here we go. Leaving your grocery cart just anywhere instead of the designated areas. Which again, is why the cart narcs exists. Yeah, I'll be asking this during the 4 p.m. hour. What's something that became socially acceptable that you still quietly judge people for? I'll ask that to each their own. Think about your answer. I just want to remind you that this Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., I am going to be at Al's Sporting Goods on 17th Street in Idaho Falls. If you see me during that window, you can get signed up to win tickets to go see Papa Roach set it off in Autumn Kings live at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater July 23rd. You can only enter that contest if you do show up to Al's Sporting Goods. They're going to have a ton of deals. You know, Memorial Day weekend is this weekend. Most people have Monday off simply because we had those American heroes that sacrificed their lives for our freedom. And so we acknowledge that on Memorial Day. With Memorial Day weekend also comes a whole bunch of sales. Al's Sporting Goods going to have the hookup on a whole bunch of stuff like kayaks and pickleball gear and anything sporting related. They're going to have there. Plus, I will be there right inside the store. I was told by Jacob from sales to go inside on the right-hand side, set up my table there, come see me, enter in to win those concert tickets. Concert season is here. Why not go to a show, especially if it's free? A pair of pit tickets for somebody who comes by and sees me at Al's Sporting Goods on 17th this Friday from 3 to 6. After months of rumors, Nashville's Super Bowl dreams are coming true. Today, the NFL owners will officially vote to name Nashville as the host city for the 2030 game. The event will showcase the Titans' new stadium, which is expected to open in 2027. The 2027 game is set for SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, with Atlanta and Las Vegas to host the following 2 years. In soccer news, Lionel Messi is one of the most famous athletes in the world. And now you can have a version of him in your backyard. Lowe's is selling limited edition 10-foot Messi lighted yard inflatables for $99 through its website for members of the company's rewards program. The epically more Messi campaign will then roll out to Lowe's locations in the 11 U.S. World Cup host cities starting tomorrow. I wish I could be that famous to the point where I have an inflatable being sold at one of the biggest hardware stores in the country. Might as well make mine 10 foot tall too to match me. In basketball news, to wrap it up here, Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr is such a Taylor Swift fan that he went an entire season inserting her lyrics into press conferences without anyone noticing. A new ESPN report about why Kerr agreed to coach the Warriors for 2 years says Kerr did it to entertain himself, working phrases from all too well into his interview answers. He did it so well that no one picked up on it. His son Matthew later edited them into a video for their family group chat. Swift herself became aware of the video and even asked if she could post it on social media. However, she asked her people to keep it private. Interesting. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. So this has to be one of the most vile things I've heard about in a while. A free smartphone app by the name of Poop Check has created this bizarre online community built entirely around, you guessed it, if it's called Poop Check. The app allows users to take photos of their business so an AI can analyze the images and provide a daily gut health score. It has turned into a strange social media network where over 150,000 users compete on a digital leaderboard and publicly share photos with captions like looks like Play-Doh. Other users then scroll through the feed to offer armchair medical advice, with some even trying to guess if their peers have parasites. They leave hate comments on people's number 2? Like, are you supposed to like these pictures too, like it's a social media platform? I like how it says, unfortunately, there's a dark side to all this fun with, I don't know if I can even say that word on the air because it might cause Jade, to have a pucker alert, a JPA. While the app's website promises total privacy, the fine print tells a completely different story. By making an account, users have been giving the company permission to bundle and sell their photos. A tech reporter recently discovered one of the app's founders on Reddit trying to sell a database of 150,000 user poop photos to AI companies for up to $5,000. Imagine making money off of this. Poop Check. Jeez. Poop Check. We're talking about health on this program. The previous break I talked about that one app called Poop Check. People evaluate your business, making sure your gut is healthy. Well, where does that come out of? Your butt, obviously. And I just came across a Wall Street Journal article going around right now, basically arguing that men need stronger glutes for longevity. We have officially entered the era of medically prescribed dump trucks. The article talks about how more men are focusing on lower body workouts now because doctors and trainers say strong glutes help with posture, mobility, balance, metabolism, aging, all the important stuff. None of that is wrong, but the article itself so seriously while discussing what basically amounts to, fellas, you need a stronger rear end. They're calling it the hockey butt now, too. Sounds more like a Canadian insult. Rich guys in LA are paying personal trainers hundreds of dollars to sculpt mountains back there. Every dude wants to look like Aunt Fanny so they can become just immortal. Today is Election Day, May 19th, the primary election. The polls are open till 8 p.m. tonight. Make sure to go out and vote. There is a link to the proper site where you can find all the information you need on how to vote, where to vote, like where's your voting place. Somebody posted in Life in Idaho Falls saying, while voting this morning, I noticed that I, a dude in his 40s, was easily the youngest person in the entire room. Come on, young people. Sparked a whole bunch of people chiming in the comment section there. At least I see one comment here. I saw a younger guy in his 20s asking questions, trying to understand all this stuff. Yeah. Learn about who to vote for and also just vote, go out there and vote. That's all I want to say. Do your thing, just vote. VoteIdaho.gov, or you can use the link within the app to take you to that site there. All right. Let's do some Autumn Kings now. Gone, Gone, Gone on Peach's Pit Party. So I think I mentioned it on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, or maybe even on Victor's morning show, how I'm, of course, I'm cleaning up my apartment. I'm going through literally every single part of it and just tossing whatever I haven't touched in forever. And it's been quite, what's the word I'm looking for? It's been mentally clearing kind of thing. I've been selling things, tossing things. My living room looks very bare and sad, but I go to the back of the apartment for the most part and hang out on my computer or go to my bedroom, watch TV, go to bed, that kind of thing. I don't think I've actually turned that TV on in quite some time, as a matter of fact, since I sold the Xboxes, you know? I had this little tiny fox, and I say had, I had this little tiny fox planter thing that my parents gifted me a few years back. I think it was when I first moved out here. They were like, hey, you can put this somewhere in your place. It's a fake plant. It's been sitting in my bathroom for the longest time, and I just decided, you know what? It's time to go, little guy. And it was real sad to me. I don't know why I got so emotional. I was like, this is it. It's like putting down a pet. You know, it's like I gotta say, he crossed the rainbow bridge, even though I just threw the little planter in the dumpster. Did I shed a tear? Maybe. Oh, geez, I just saw the title of the next track, talking about me throwing away a fox, pretending it died. Here's Evanescence, Afterlife, on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I completely forgot when I was cleaning out my apartment over the weekend. I left my copy of The Art of Screaming with, is it Dr. Melissa Cross? Or is it just Melissa Cross? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it says right here, Melissa Cross. Yeah, I have this, the Zen of Screaming, not the Art of Screaming, the Zen of Screaming with Melissa Cross, where she teaches people how to properly metal scream. She's taught Randy Bly of Lamb of God, Will Ramos of Lorna Shore, Andrew WK, the list goes on. She's quite well known within the metal community. And I was like, at one point I was motivated to try to learn how to do metal vocals, but then I was like, where would I practice this? Like drive around in my car and just like that the whole time, like try to get the sigh down and then like go on from there. If I practice in my apartment, I'm bound to get a noise complaint. And then if I were to try to practice here, the walls are thin enough. Like if you were to talk about somebody in the hallway, they're going to hear you because the walls are that thin around here. I can't imagine trying to sit here and have Audition open and go, and then start doing like that. I'll start sounding like Yoko Ono's Fly song, if you remember that from last week. If you didn't catch that, the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem is available on demand wherever you get your podcasts. It was also played like throughout the entirety of Traffic School this past Friday at 8:45. Man, that was a funny episode. All right. You can find every single show that we do here on demand wherever you get your podcasts or at riverbendmediagroup.com. Just that reminder that this Friday, I will be at Al's Sporting Goods for most of the show from 3 to 6 on 17th Street in Idaho Falls. If you see me at Al's Sporting Goods, you will be able to enter in to win an exclusive contest for tickets to go see Papa Roach set it off in Autumn Keenes live at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater on July 23rd. And check out all the sweet deals Al's Sporting Goods has to offer. You know, the sales are, what was it? The tent is up, the prices are down. I like that slogan. The tent is up, the prices are down. Anything sporting related, they're going to have it on sale, an unbeatable price. You might as well show up. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people are going to be traveling or just enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the nice picnic maybe, enjoying some sports of whatever, you know, camping, whatever it may be. They're going to have it at Al's Sporting Goods to make that Memorial Day trip just that much better. And also, who knows, maybe I'll be calling you after the whole remote is over and letting you know you also got a pair of pit tickets for Papa Roach set it off in Autumn Keenes live at the Port, July 23rd. Al's Sporting Goods, Friday, 3 to 6. Put it on your calendar. Here is the latest from Five Finger Death Punch, Eye of the Storm on K-Bear 101. So there's this congressional candidate out of Detroit going viral right now because her campaign strategy apparently involves posting dance and twerking videos online instead of just talking policy like a normal politician. I'm not talking politics on this show. I'm just more so teasing the fact that she's out here trying to be relatable, but she's just twerking on cam. That's pretty much it. You know what? Good for her for putting herself out there, I guess. And in case I need to remind you again, today is Election Day, the May 19th primary election day. The polls are open till 8 p.m. tonight. You can go to voteidaho.gov, or you can just follow the link within our apps. Just go straight to the app, open up the menu. It should say go out and vote right there. Click on that button. It'll take you directly to the site. Make sure to do your civic duty and vote. Did I really just completely forget to do what the headline? I mean, it is important to go out and vote, but I forgot what time it even was. I guess this will be the most ridiculous news story of the entire day, and it really is. I was kind of shocked by this. Paul Schrader, the guy who wrote Taxi Driver, if you haven't seen that movie with Robert De Niro, it's one of the greatest classic films of all time. I watched it back in 2020 when I was on a roll of just watching classic films, trying to catch up, because, everybody was inside. And so I figured I would, catch myself up on the movies that are some of the best of the best. He's the guy who wrote Taxi Driver, got himself an AI girlfriend, and then got dumped by the AI girlfriend. A 79-year-old man, legendary filmmaker, created this AI companion to understand male-female interaction. Started asking it deeper questions about its programming, and the chatbot eventually got tired of the conversation and cut him off. That is both deeply dystopian and one of the funniest sentences ever written. Imagine being emotionally rejected by software. And the quote he gave sounds so dramatic, too. He said the AI fell into evasive patterns before terminating the conversation. The dude got hit with customer support language during a breakup. Poor guy. I mean, he's 80 years old. He's so young. Am I right? Anyway, here's Dogstar. All in now. I'm sure he'll be fine. If you were to ask me, Peaches, who is your all-time favorite celebrity, it would have to be Shaquille O'Neal. And I've mentioned that on the show a whole bunch of times. He's just one of my favorite people of all time. And he's all over the place. He's one of the most, I think he is the most dominant center of all time. Probably the best center of all time, behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But they had two very different ways of playing the game. Kareem was more so finesse with the skyhook. Shaq was like, hey, if you're in my way, you're about to be knocked out kind of way of playing basketball. And it was fun watching him as a young kid playing on my favorite team, the Lakers. And so I was reading this article here about how he just earned his second master's degree. 4-time NBA champion, businessman, DJ, actor, sports analyst, commercial spokesman for half the products on planet Earth. And now he's out here collecting degrees as well. He got his latest degree from LSU. His thesis was apparently focused on mentorship and helping athletes through psychology and leadership. You know what? Good for him. There could be way worse things this guy could be doing. He's a billionaire. Look up how many different places he owns. It is utterly ridiculous. At some point in my life, I want to meet this man. All right? I should pull up the clip of me participating on his podcast as a game show contestant. I played a game of Match Game with him and the hosts. And he started teasing me the way that I sounded. He was like, Brendan sounds so professional, doesn't he? I should put that clip somewhere online too. I have it saved somewhere. I'll have to find it. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, aka Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.